So Torex is actually the headline sponsor of the Inside NACS Future of Convenience, and I'm here standing with the Vice President John Dunman. So John, can you explain me what Torex does?
Yeah, I mean, Torex is a worldwide supplier of point-of-sale software, back-office systems and head office systems, and the business concentrates in three areas. The area that I run is petrol and convenience, and we also concentrate on tier one retail, in particular telecoms, and in the hospitality market. And we trade either in our own right or through channel partners across the whole of the world, but very specifically we've got operations based in an awful lot of European countries.
And how do you see the forecourt market changing in Europe?
I think there's a lot of opportunity in terms of the forecourt market in Europe. Clearly things are different in each country in Europe, and the rate of development is that bit different. Certainly in the UK, forecourts have moved towards convenience much quicker than they have in other countries. In the UK there's a 15%, roughly a 15% uptake of convenience compared to other formats, and in most European countries that's typically in the 2 or 3% area. But particularly the forecourts have changed very dramatically in the UK, and I see that as something that's going to happen across Europe, because there aren't an awful lot of specific locations that are right for convenience, but there are an awful lot of fuel sites. They are in the right locations, and they're used to driving different offers through those forecourts. So for instance, if you go on a lot of the motorway sites across Europe, there are quick service restaurants linked with the fuel sites, and that gives a great opportunity to move gradually into convenience.
Many of the oil companies are disposing of sites, so what effect does this have on the market?
I think that's another one of these great opportunities for the dealers, because as the oil companies have decided that they're going to dispose of them, some of these are being disposed of in small tranches, sometimes a store at a time, and the dealers have a great opportunity to pick those up. But also the oil companies are getting out of the market in complete territories. They're selling the entire retail asset to some of the dealers. For instance, we all saw the high-profile sale of BP selling off 400 sites in France to Delec, and those represent a huge opportunity. Because the whole landscape will change as the dealers come in, because the dealers will not be disciplined in the way the oil companies were to just look at the fuel offer. Again, it will allow them to branch into convenience and to drive a much better outcome for the consumer. So I think that, coupled with the general need for convenience, I think there will be a whole huge explosion across Europe, and the dealers and the independents who get into that market have a vast opportunity from that.
So I'm now talking to David from ZBD Display. David, can you explain our readers what this is?
Yes, of course. These are electronic displays in retail, effectively electronic shelf edge displays for displaying price, promotions, other product information. The technology is designed, manufactured and distributed by ZBD, so we invented the technology used in this. They're fully graphic displays. They are user technology we call bistable. What that means is that the image is actually maintained on the display with no draw on the power of the battery at all. And therefore you could actually take the batteries out and this would stay there for many years, and that obviously makes the solution very cost effective, very efficient for mass deployment within retailers. They're all updated using a very low power radio frequency. We can drive several thousand labels from just one device like this. No need to actually rip up ceilings or spend a lot of money in actually putting in the infrastructure. And because the labels are fully graphic, we can display any information at all. They're bitmaps, so it can be graphics, logos, stock information, whatever's important to the client.
And so can those labels be used in petrol stations as well?
They can indeed. We have several deployments already in various countries in the world in petrol stations, addressing obviously particularly the convenience side of the business. So for the products that they sell in addition to the petrol. When you think about a petrol forecourt, the big pole displays that every petrol station has showing the prices of the wet stock, this is kind of the equivalent for the dry stock, but obviously deployed in much greater numbers.
So what are the benefits for a petrol retailer using these labels?
Well, the first type of benefit is really around efficiency and labour saving, because obviously all the prices can be updated automatically. So whether the owner wants to reduce the number of people that they need or just redeploy that resource to other tasks. In addition to that, there are efficiency savings around being able to run different types of promotions effectively, but then of course there's an upside in terms of, for example, time of day promotions, meal deals. Obviously a lot of petrol forecourt businesses will run special offers at breakfast time and then maybe want to have different offers at lunchtime. And in addition to that, they can be used to flip to other pages with things like stock information and planogram information, again to help the retailer to be more effective and efficient. Means there's also a lot of benefits around compliance because you're not relying on staff who are often, of course, temporary staff to get things right.
ZBD Display is a UK-based company. Do you market that product outside UK as well?
Yeah, we are UK-based. Our engineers and our scientists are based within the UK. All the IP is owned in the UK, but we're a global company. We sell all across the world, both directly and through a network of partners.
KSS Fuels has recently merged with MPSI, so how has that altered your offerings to the petrol retailers?
Well, KSS Fuels' heritage was fuel pricing systems, and I think we're renowned around the world for our ability to deliver those. MPSI optimized networks, so they were able to understand where you should build new sites or consolidate sites or alter attributes within the site to get the most out of that site. One of the key outputs from that was a volume target, which is a key input into fuel pricing, trying to hit a volume target while maximizing profit. That felt very synergistic and a very sensible approach to integrated fuel marketing. So we're very confident that the retailers will get a lot of benefit from this merged organization.
I understand that you're doing a presentation today at the conference, so what is the topic exactly?
The topic is on how do you future-proof fuel pricing. And that's very important, not just being able to price now, but being able to price a year, 3 years, 5 years' time. Our expectation is that volatility will increase in the market, that fuel pricing will get increasingly volatile as costs change so frequently. And having very robust processes, having very robust systems, having very robust technology is crucial. And I'll be talking about how some of the KSS Fuels offerings will meet retailers' requirements.
So what we see here actually is a new audiovisual solution developed by a company based in Ireland, which is IPCTV. I heard that you have about 110 solutions installed in Ireland. Can you tell me why does this product particularly work so well in Ireland?
Well, first of all, yes, that's correct. We have installed in over about 110 stores, a mixture of convenience and supermarket stores. What the concept allows you to do is promote your brand and your offering within your store to your consumer. So it allows you to promote your services that are available or product and price if you want to promote it across the board to get the message across to your consumer. So it's a very simple concept, but it's a concept that works very well, and it can work throughout your store in the different departments, be it in your off-license department, in your deli and fresh food offering, at your checkouts. So it has a multitask ability to be used throughout the store.
Are you targeting petrol stations as well with this product?
Yes, we are. In actual fact, over the last 2 to 3 months, we have installed in the first petrol forecourt in the southeast of Ireland. It's a Topaz forecourt, and we have put up the screens externally at the pumps, and the same message that's running through the shop is now running at the pumps, and the retailer in question has found it very beneficial, and it has allowed him to drive his sales at the pump levels as well as throughout the store.